Hey people, it's Larry Athey, PhD again, and remember that's post-hole digger, not Doctor of Philosophy. Didn't think I was going to get time to do another video this week, but I finally found time. This week it's going to be an update on the G-towers. I'm sorry for the distortion in the videos, and I found out that it comes from the frequency that these LEDs turn on and off. So these little hum bars, as they call them, that you see in the video, that's actually a frequency conflict between the camera and the LED turning on and off at a really high rate. I think it's like 20,000 times per second. At any rate, what I was going to show you here, put it this way, I always had trouble with Rockwool plugs in the past, and I thought maybe it's just because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I wasn't fully flushing them. Some people say you're supposed to flush them in water with pH down, and turns out that the Grodan company on these AOK plugs, they say it's not necessary. I still did it anyway. But it's safe to say I've lost faith in Rockwool plugs and these walnut shell plugs, because this tower that I'm looking at right now is my first prototype. That was 4 weeks ago. Now granted, these are healthy looking lettuce plants down here on the bottom that just started, but if you look at this other growth in here, it's rather lame, stunted. My second prototype, which I planted with basil, I had to start over from scratch, because out of all of them, that's the only basil plant that survived. But when you look at this other one over here, my last prototype that I planted with a combination of Rockwool plugs and Jiffy peat plugs, this is 2 weeks old. 2 weeks old, 4 weeks old. Kind of tells you something about using Rockwool plugs in aquaponics. I think this may have been a contributing factor to when Gunnar Schaefer said that he didn't have much luck growing basil in his. Well, guess what? He was using Rockwool plugs too. And out of all the basil I planted, that's the only one. The only one out of 11 that survived. But you look at these plants, you have lettuce on this side. I guess there's lettuce there too. Yeah, these are little mini head lettuce, and this is the beginning of romaine lettuce. And then we have mustard greens on top. But these plants are only 2 weeks old, and they're growing better. But you can tell by looking at this mustard green up here that's grown in the Jiffy peat plug how big that one is after 2 weeks, by comparison to this one over here that's in a Rockwool plug after 2 weeks. Not a firm believer in Rockwool. However, these Jiffy peat plugs, heck, you can get 100 of them off of Amazon for $13, which I just ordered 100 of them today because of this. And if we go over here to this planter tube, I don't know if you can see down in there, all of these plants are growing in Jiffy peat plugs. Oops, plants got a little big there. We have bok choy over here and kale on these last two. But these chives over here that are on this side, those are growing in Rockwool. They're just a little slow. So just figured I'd do a quick update and show this. You know, there's the difference. That's 4 weeks ago. This is 2 weeks ago. I think I'm going to stick with the Jiffy peat plugs. I'll have another update soon. Don't know if I'll get it done next week or not. Starting a new job on Monday, going back to doing computer work. Yay! No more dealing with the public. But I also ordered a whole bunch of Purolator Puro Clean pond filter media to finish building the rest of my towers with. Yes, that's just a rogue tomato that started out as a runt in a pot and it kind of exploded. Anywho, that's all for now. Hopefully we'll catch you next week. Bye.